What's going on, y'all? So listen. Girl, we back. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If it wasn't for the fact that a lot of y'all did still say that y'all wanted me to review this, Ashley wouldn't be here. And after seeing this first episode, girl, we in for some mess. Okay, we in for a lot of dragged out scenes. All right. Um, this is Sistas. We are back again for a new season of Sistas. Karen still ain't got no baby bump, and it's still where it is. Okay, this is season 6, episode 1. Straight no chaser. All right, picks up where left off last season. Q and Maurice struggling for the gun. We heard that it went pop. We didn't know who got shot, but come to find out, Q got shot. Q was the one that brought the gun, right? Either way, he was a felon with a gun. He's on probation. He's on parole. He got an ankle monitor on. He's setting people up left and right. Please, I'm just mad at the fact that, of course, they made it so that this man survives and this man is off to the hospital. You want to know why he's off to the hospital? Because of the fact that Calvin came through. Calvin is a bitch and he is irritating. Like, you give Calvin props for one little thing and he'll come through and just make you want to say, let me take that back, okay? Because he's just so freaking irritating. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't. So, Q, you on the floor and you get shot, right? And he gonna say, I can't believe you shot me. And he was like, well, nigga, you had the gun. You was about to shoot me. Well, I just had it to scare you. Quit playing stupid games, okay? Like, we too old to be playing stupid games. Let's stop. If you want to just scare somebody, why is bullets up in there, okay? And so, of course, Calvin comes through. And we got to call 911. We got to get him an ambulance. I would have been kind of just like Maurice. Bitch, I don't care. I don't care. Baby, I would have left, all right? They would have had the cameras up there. They would have seen what happened. And that just would have been okay with me, all right? But, of course, Calvin, Calvin is irritated in the fact that you're the reason why he stayed, okay? Because you convinced Maurice to keep him there. You listened to his sob story after you was like, fuck this nigga. But then you listened to his little sob story about him allegedly, having a bad childhood or whatever. And then convinced Maurice to say, you know what, girl, you can go ahead and stay or whatever. So if it wasn't for Calvin and Maurice listening to Calvin, we probably wouldn't be up in this situation this deep. All right, it probably would have been a situation because I really don't feel like Q probably would have just went away that easily. But this was a stupid situation where Calvin got us up into it. I'm putting it on him just because, okay? Also, I'm putting it on Maurice because, Maurice, you can't go around fucking every nigga that smile at you, okay? Bitch, you can't do that, all right? Even the ones that psycho gay, okay? You can't do that. You can't do that, And so after all of that, the ambulance do come, and at one point, I think Maurice didn't even want to stay. Karen was like, you gotta stay. He was like, nigga, I ain't trying to go back to jail, okay? They both... And then for the police to come up and asking them questions in the way that he was asking them questions, I mean, I guess sometimes the police be... I don't know. I ain't never been interrogated by police for some shit. But from what I've seen, yeah, they can be complete assholes sometimes. And, I'm just sitting there like, Maurice, how are you talking to this police officer this way? And the police officer trying not to break character, he want to bust up laughing. Because I ain't going to lie, Maurice was being funny to me. I chuckled a little bit at the scene. But at the same time, I'm like, sir, stay in character. Stay in character, sir. But, you asking all these questions about who shot first and what happened and all this stuff. And Maurice is telling you that. And you like, okay, well, when we look at the footage, you say, well, we're going to look at the footage. Then later on, you say, after you question Calvin, if he was there, you say, well, we've already looked at the footage. And I was with Maurice. Well, why are you asking all these stupid questions if you already looked at the footage? I'm just trying to make sure everything lines up. Shut the hell up and let me go, okay? So you got that going on. And they get back to the apartment. And Calvin, he gets on his high horse about the whole thing, and you don't wish he was dead and all that stuff. A man just did the things that he just did. Like, he took advantage of me. He used me. He put me in jail. He robbed my place of work. Okay? He blamed it on me. He lied on me. He put me in jail. And then when I come home, come to find out he robbed me of damn near all of my valuables. You know what I'm saying? And you want me to have a good conscience and be morality police up in this thing and say, oh, I don't want him dead. I mean, I just want him locked up. No, if he was to have died, he was to have died. I wouldn't have felt no type of way. And I'm pretty sure Maurice wouldn't have felt no type of way. Mind you, Mr. Calvin, did you forget that if it wasn't for the fact that Sabrina was there, Sabrina had to stop you from whooping his ass with that golf club. Now, had you hit him maybe 2 or 3 more times, and if that thing would have hit him in the head, he would have been dead too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, please come up off your high horse. And I feel like that's because he was raised by them 2 white men. Calvin can be a Karen sometimes, okay? He really can be a Karen sometimes. It's like, sir, look at what we at, okay? You get mad at him because he's saying stuff about how, oh, my gowns and my jewelry. You over some gowns? You gonna get over some gowns and some jewelry? Bitch, that's probably all that he had that's valuable to him. You know what I'm saying? I would be pissed off too. Yes, it's material things, and material things can be replaced, but at the end of the day, like he said, he got to find another job, all right? Because of him, he ain't got no job, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, bye, Calvin. Bye, Calvinino, all right? We get to the whole situation, and it was only really 3 storylines in this episode. It was the Maurice and Calvin storyline with Q. It was the sisters with Danny and Preston, and then it was Karen at the end with Aaron. And bitch, let me just say this. Tyler. We're in season 6. I don't know if you watch my reviews anymore. And that's fine if you don't, but I'm pretty sure that you hear and you see the rumblings that's going on about this show. And we have to do this all the time. If you don't even want to get a hoes writer room or whatever, what is wrong with at least getting the input of at least one woman? Okay, how come? Obviously, you're not taking any suggestions or whatever, and asking your cast members, your employees, how do they feel about certain things, and if a woman would do this and if a woman would do that, or a situation of how things will go, because there is no way in hell. There is no way in hell that this so-called white man, this man in general, fuck a color, fuck a race, this goddamn man in general is gonna come up to a woman and tell her, well, no. Let me get it down to the people that I know. Ain't no way in hell you gonna come up to a black woman and tell her, if you don't marry me and if you don't want to be with me, I'm finna go marry somebody else. And then you bring the bitch to the goddamn restaurant and talk about something. You want to meet her? You want to meet her? And then we'll get there. Danny was drunk as shit up in the restaurant, okay? She was drunk as shit at the bar. And it got to the point where the bartender had to take her keys and call Andy. I hate the way that they were acting annoyed at the fact that Danny was at the bar drunk. She was like, okay, I was on my way to do so-and-so. I was on my way home. But I guess I'll circle back. Like, it was such an inconvenience, okay? It was such an inconvenience to come check up on your friend, a friend that literally just got her feelings hurt because she felt as though instead of y'all being there for her, that y'all kind of came down on her to call her out on her mess. Granted, it needed to be done, but, y'all called her out on her mess as if y'all ain't got mess of y'all own, as if y'all perfect and ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it just bothered me because then, she called Sabrina, and at one point I think either Sabrina or one of them said again. I was like, oh my goodness. And then Karen like, I mean, I was finna go to the shop, but I guess I'll take a beeline over there first and then I go to the shop afterwards. I'm like, ew, this is your friend. This is your friend. Don't you supposed to be more concerned about her or whatever? Y'all literally just got into it. She stormed off from her own apartment and y'all acting like this to your friend. And I was just like, ew. I would have been real concerned. We just got into a heated discussion. I'm concerned about where she's going. I know she's spiraling. And the fact that she is at a bar and she's getting drunk as hell, I would have been like, oh my God, let me get there. That's how my reaction would have been. Not know, here she go again, or I was finna go to the salon. Let me go ahead and just turn back. I guess I'll go afterwards. I'm like, damn. But yet you want them people to show up in your time of need, all right? So they get finally to the bar, and of course, Danny do not want to talk to them. And she's being hella sarcastic. They was like, we waited so long at your apartment. And she was like, oh, you did that? Like you want a fucking cookie? Like, what was the point of saying that, okay? Meanwhile, while they was up there doing all of that, it was like, well, you were right. Everybody has their thing that's going on, and we kind of came at you, but the thing of it is, you were right about us, all right? I got my issues with Gary. She got her issues with this person, and Karen got her issues with that. And then you want to go down the line about how, I'm with Gary, and I know that I shouldn't be with him, but it's just that I love the way that he makes me feel. And it's one of those situations where, I know people look at him like he's a bad guy, but I know it's a good guy up in there because that's what he shows me. And it's like, I'm trying to give him that chance and like thinking that he'll change and just stay there till he'll change and all that. But I know I don't need to be with him, but this is not now that I'm going to break up with him, but eventually I will. So basically, you're not leaving him. And like Danny said, you addicted to the dick. That's just what it is, okay? Let's be 100% honest. Y'all playing all these games, okay? Meanwhile, Gary sending pictures. Girl, Gary, if you don't get your ass up... Gary sitting up in there with them pictures. Girl, he laid up in her bed with them rose petals. And, it was kind of cute. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of cute. But I said, nigga, get up. All right, get up. Who is taking the pictures? Who is taking the pictures? All right. And he talking about something. Did you get the picture that I sent you? And she was like, yeah, but I'm over here helping Danny. I got to take her home and all that. And he was like, so you going to come home? Yeah, I'm going to come home. Okay, damn. I just don't like the way he be begging. Why you begging? All right. Let it go. Let it go. Let a person come to you. Don't be doing all that begging shit. That is a turn the fuck off for me. Okay? Meanwhile, Sabrina was like, yeah, you're right about so-and-so. I don't even know what she was saying she was right about. Oh, the whole Calvin situation. And Danny said what we all been saying. Girl, we tired of Calvin. Okay, we are tired of y'all's situation. We are tired of the Calvin situation. We're tired of it. Bitch, let it the fuck go. Okay? And then they just sitting there and Karen ain't gonna say nothing. And they was like, Karen, bitch. She said, what? I said, I know you not finna be on mute. Girl, you better confess. She was like, I don't know what to say, but I am going to the doctor. I'm going to get this DNA paternal test or whatever, paternity test thingy. And to see who the baby daddy is. And, it is what it is. But let me just tell y'all this. And then we flipped the script from being about their situation to be talking about Aaron and how this lady showed up at the shop. And I was like, how come you didn't put out there that he called, the lady called him John, okay? That's what I was waiting for. But, she was like, I'm going to have to talk to him, but I don't feel like talking to him right now because something about that man just ain't right. And I said, bitch, that's what we've been saying the whole damn time. Even your mama peeped that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, sometimes you got to listen to your moms. All right? Meanwhile, they was finna get up and leave, okay? And they turned around and Andy. Mind you, Preston had already came over there to Danny. And Danny was like, what the fuck, was she following me or whatever? He was like, no. She came into town and, she wanted to go to the restaurant, so I took her. And it's just the casualty. It's just the the as if it's so random or nonchalant or matter of fact of a way that he is acting like this is no big deal. And he even said, I ain't never been in a situation like this. You don't have to be in a situation like this to know that you have to give respect to people and that this ain't right. Because I guaranteed you, if Danny or any other woman did this to you, you would not be sitting there for that. And maybe then again, you so goddamn naive. They got him acting so fucking naive and dumb. Maybe he would sit there and take that. I'm just sitting here like, what? And Andy gonna say something. Wait a minute, do we all see? I ain't the only one that's seeing this. And I said, girl, don't say nothing. That's why the bitch at the bar now. Okay? He was like, no, they trying to tell Andy to shut the fuck up. Andy like, no, you see the bitch over there with Preston? And she was like, I already seen them. Okay? He came over earlier, wanted me to meet the bitch. And then she was like, you know what? Fuck it. He did want me to meet the bitch. Let me go over there. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. Tyler, if this is what it's going to be out, I'm about to bow the fuck out. Either I'm about to bow the fuck out for real. I'm about to dip, bitch, or I'm finna come on here cussing this shit out every goddamn week. Because what I won't do is be sat here and be looking at something stupid like this and having myself think, is it me or it can't be me? Because who in a right mind come up with a scenario like this? This scenario that he has going on with Preston, Mindy, and damn near and Danny. You are acting and writing as if you ain't never had pussy before. And I know you have, because you have a child. You have a child. And I saw your baby mama. She's very pretty. Okay? But at least we know one time you done had pussy before and you done had a breakup before. Who the fuck would you do this to your baby mama? Like, I just don't understand it. Y'all, I didn't mean to pause like that. I didn't mean to pause like that. I paused like that because I know some of y'all paused. Anyway, my whole thing is Preston is sitting there, and you saw how he was trying to drink all the wine, because, you know, of course, Danny drunk as hell and she making a fool of herself. But in the same instant, I didn't even mind her antics or whatever, because Preston needed to be embarrassed. Granted, Danny kind of embarrassed herself, but Preston was also embarrassing himself and embarrassing her by putting her in this situation and putting Mindy in this situation. But then again, I don't even want to say that about Mindy, because Mindy looked like a willing participant. Mindy knew about Danny and said, I want him to just go ahead and do what he got to do to figure this out, to make sure that he really wants to get married before the wedding. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Who in their right minds as a woman who is about to get married would go through this? I only seen shit like this in movies, okay? And we know movies are fiction most of the time. Who does this? And if y'all out here doing stupid shit like this, y'all need help. And you need to be more, you need to love yourself more. That's all I can say, because Mindy is okay with the fact that not only was he talking to her before he got with Danny, he got into a relationship and was telling her that he loves her, wanted to be with her, and oh, the get you gotcha. Yeah, did he tell you that he proposed to me before you, whatever, before he told me that he was gonna get married to you? Because that ring that you got on your hand, it looks awfully familiar. That's the same ring that he proposed to me. I said, what the fuck is going on? What the hell is going on? And Mindy, not one time really got upset. What woman sit there and be okay? And I've seen white women go off. I've seen white women go off. So I ain't even gonna say, oh, it's just because she white. I don't know who the fuck this is. What woman in their right mind would do that? And what man in their right mind? Well, you know, you got some snake ass niggas out here that really think they doing some shit. And they'll probably try that stuff, but it will not have this outcome 9 out of 10. And if you luck up to have this type of outcome, you got a bitch that you could just roll over on. And I would want to be in a relationship with a bitch that ain't gonna challenge me. And I'm sorry to say bitch, with a woman that's not gonna challenge me. You know what I'm saying? I was disgusted and I was confused. I said, this is stupid. I said, Tyler, this this is episode 1, and you coming to us already with the bullshit. And then they had to grab her ass up out of there, okay? Meanwhile, Aaron gonna call Karen. Aaron calling Karen and trying to see if she at the crib because he downstairs. Don't pop up at my house. I don't give a fuck if we in a Listen, they ain't even official yet. They're not exclusive. And after all that shit that happened, girl, you want to talk to me now? You want to talk to me now? Okay, well, you had the opportunity to talk to me when all that shit went down at the salon, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, you just gonna pop up? You're going to pop up and you want things. Aaron wants things to happen on his own time, okay? And he wants to force you. He's in that situation where he love bombs you, okay? And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And y'all was up here talking about some of y'all, I ain't going to say all of y'all. Some of y'all was up here talking about Aaron is a good dude and maybe Aaron is, fuck that. Aaron is weird and something about him is psychotic, okay? And I feel like that's just what it is. Something about him is psychotic, okay? Physicotic, okay? As Mama Jones would say. I just don't like it. And we're going to put a pin in that for a second because Karen said, listen, all right, bitch, I was on my way to the salon, but since you right there and you keep on fucking, now you want to talk, I'm going to come back, I'm going to circle around, okay? She get on the phone and see if Pam, because the whole reason why she want to go to the salon is to check and see if Pam locked the salon down and turned everything off, and she didn't send her pictures. Now, if I have to be in my place of business and I have to tell my employees to send me pictures and videos of them actually doing something, it's time to fire them. It's time to fire them, and it's time to hire someone that's more responsible and someone that I can train a little bit better. And what went down with Karen is her fault. And I'll tell you why later. It's her fault because the shit that went, the way she's so lackadaisical with Pam, you made it too comfortable. You made it too damn comfortable for Pam. And you sometimes forget, that this is a work environment as well. All right. And you have to be a boss. And it got to a point where Pam can do whatever the hell she want to do. All right. But she called Pam to see, bitch, did you lock up? Did you turn stuff off? Send me the goddamn pictures. She on that fucking. And let me tell you something, bitch. If I ever fucking call you and you in the midst of goddamn getting your back blown out, baby, don't answer the goddamn phone, because baby, I don't want to hear it. Because I ain't blowing somebody back out, okay? I'm not blowing somebody back out. So therefore, I don't want to hear you blowing somebody back out, bitch, okay? Like, come the freak on. I ain't like, stop that. I said Pamela. I said Angie. Angie, let me ask you a question. Y'all know I'm trying to get in. Angie. Because I don't know what you is in real life. You give me that you can go either way. You give me that you can go either way. You give me that you will probably have a nigga. Or, Angie, I ain't even gonna lie, Angie, you look like you date white men too. But that's what you give. That's what you give. I remember that little fling you had with LeBron James. That's a story for another day, okay? The real ones, and if y'all don't know, Angie is Beyonce's cousin. That's how come, okay? Let me just tell you that. That was something. I said, wait a minute. So how long? So him and Savannah must have been on and off, because at one point, oh bitch, just look it up. Just look up Angie and LeBron. I don't want to be messy, but I am. But girl, you look like you date white men. You got that type or whatever. You just, and that's fair. That's fair. Salon with a white boy. Okay, I mean, she date niggas too. So, we seen that. She date a lot. It is what it is. But you look like you would have a nigga in the public and then you probably got a bitch behind the scene. Like your cousin. Because I just think everybody been psychodiking. You know what I'm saying? I just think everybody been click-clacking. I mean, your cousin act like a nigga sometimes. It's cute. And I just want to know, like, what's good? And just in case you got some questions or whatever, my Instagram, if you want to hit me up in the DMs, my Instagram is Ashley Shy Miller. That's SHY Miller. You know what I'm saying? And that's Ashley spelled the regular way, ASHLEY. You know, and that's all one word. You know what I'm saying? We can talk. I ain't gonna say nothing. Dead ass. Dead ass. All right. Let me put the hoe back in the box, okay? Bitch, you know, sometimes you gotta get in where you can fit in. And obviously, I don't fit nowhere because I ain't in nowhere. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Anyway, girl, I was just like, girl, hang that goddamn phone up. I said, now your mama let you get on camera faking like you fucking somebody and you moaning on the camera. I would have cut the TV off. I would have said, what the fuck is this, Angie? Cut this off. Even Karen had to hang up the goddamn phone. I said, he must not been doing it right. If you can home, if you could answer the phone and you can still talk through it, cause I choke the shit out you. I choke the shit out you. Have my finger all up in your mouth. You ain't gonna be able to say shit. Oh my God. And I feel like somebody finna say, well, damn, Ashley, if you giving us all this, where is shut the fuck up, okay? Because I already know. I didn't even have to finish it because somebody's about to type it. Where is after? Ooh, that's where it's at, okay? Anyway, it may be coming up sooner than you think, all right? You just don't know. Just stay ready so you won't have to get ready, okay? Meanwhile, you got that going on, and then let me just pause that for a second because it was so. At this point, Zach and Fatima, if they got their own show, why do we need them on here? Why do we need them on here? You can exit them out because their scene was literally dragged on for way too long, and it literally boiled down to them just being in the bed talking to each other. Him wanting to think about what's going on with his baby mama and the kid, and hopefully the kid is being raised right, and they got issues with that, and then it went from that to talking about body counts. Moving on from that, we get Karen who pops up at her home, and she was like, so what you want to talk about? Now you want to talk? And he was like, so you want to talk? Can we go upstairs? She said, no. You want to talk out here? And that is my thing. Like, if you listen to the way that he's speaking, you could tell he's very manipulative, okay? He's trying to get the girl to go upstairs. No, girl, I don't want you upstairs. I don't want you upstairs in my home so that you can try to fuck off on me and I can be like, oh, let you stay and all that stuff. No, we're not finna do that, okay? You're trying to make me forget the fact that you done fucked up and I done seen what I seen. No, we're not gonna do that. You're not gonna try to manipulate and maneuver and control this situation. And, you know, he up here lying about how they got together. He said basically the girl is somebody that he was dating briefly. Now, here's the word briefly. Now, when I hear briefly, and given the fact that him and Karen, all we've been seeing them is together, okay, so what is briefly? And when did this happen? Yes, y'all were not together officially, and technically speaking, y'all still not together officially. But check, you were all up in her grill, all up in her home, trying to be Molly the fucking maid up in her house and just want to be there for her every whims and needs, okay? And all of a sudden now you was dating somebody else briefly in that process. When did you have the time to do all that? To the point where this girl, as you said to Karen, she was like, so why is she coming up here acting the way that she acting? I don't know. She just fell in love with me. And I said, what? And I said, Karen, well, ask the motherfucker why she calling him John. And she like, well, how did he know? How she know where I stayed at? How she know who I was? You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. He was like, I don't know. Maybe she just followed me. And she said exactly what needed to be said in this. I was on Karen's side 100%. For the first time in a long time, I was there with Karen when she said, let me ask you this. Do you gaslight women? You know, because he tried to say that the girl is crazy. And she said, you know, crazy like your ex-wife. And he was like, I mean, not like that, but, you know, she crazy. And that's when she said, so do you like to gaslight women? I said, there it is. Because that's what he do. He gaslight them. That is what he's been doing this whole time. She said, you love bomb them, you make them feel like you're this perfect guy, and then come to find out you really not, and all this stuff. And I said, that's exactly what's going on. And he was like, no, you think I'm gaslighting you? I I've never gaslighted you, and you know that. I said, And it was like, I mean, we were going good and all this stuff until this happened. And she said, yeah, I was just about to open up and let you in. But now after this, I'm going to have to just take a step back. And it was like, you know what? I will talk to you when I'm ready. And he was like, oh, so when you're ready? Yes, when I'm ready. And see, I hope Karen sticks to this, and I feel like she's not because of what happened at the end of the episode. Because Karen has a way, and she always does this with him. And mostly it's because he keeps nagging until he wears you down until you say the answer that he wants you to say. So she'll be like, I don't want to talk to you right now. And he'll be like, oh, okay, so I'll give you a little bit of time. And then instead of just giving her that time, 20 minutes later, he's calling to see if she's okay. Or he's showing up at the job to see if she's okay, when she just said, I need some time. But then instead of her telling him, you know, you need to go, she'll let him stay. And that's why he keeps doing what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing, okay? And so when it comes to this, when I'm ready, he's going to call. That's exactly what he did. Because if you see the preview for next week's episode, he's calling around asking about her because she hasn't answered the phone. Literally, she just said, I will call you. I will talk to you. I will contact you when I'm ready to talk. But check, you ain't even let it be a whole fucking day before you goddamn call her back. Before she even can get a chance to, you know, think things through. I'm like, what? And of course you ain't gonna get her because this dumb. I'm sorry to say it like this. So she calls Pam again because she's going to the salon. She calls Pam again. Pam finally gives her the videos. And she says, stay on the goddamn phone with me until you give me those videos. Baby, she gave her the videos and she looking at one of them, which, you know, okay, one of the videos showed that the curling irons. Now, remember we saw that before. Pam left the curling irons on and she left it on a towel or whatever. And it was on overnight and she was able to turn it off before Karen got there because she came in before Karen. Okay, but this time, Karen is like, oh my goodness, why is the curling irons on? You see that red light on? And she was like, I thought it was just warming up or warming down or something like that, cooling down or something. I said, Pam, bitch. Why they got my girl acting stupid as shit? I said, you are working in a hair salon. I don't give a damn if you're the receptionist. Everybody knows when the goddamn... I have locks. I haven't had my hair pressed out in years. But even I know if you have a curling iron and if it has a light on the side, 9 out of 10, that light gonna be red showing you that it's on. When it's on. I said the bitch said that she thought it was warming. No, or turn it off or something like cool. I don't know what she said. She just didn't think that it was on, that it meant that it was on. I said, God damn it, bitch, you gotta fire that hoe. I'm sorry, girl. You gotta go. Pam has got to go, okay? Because when Karen gets there to the shop is all smoky. You hear the alarm going off in the shop, the smoke detector. And Karen, oh my God. I understand the fact that you want to save your shop because that is what you put your money into. That is your investment. You know, that's your baby. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But we also got to remember the fact that you are pregnant, okay? And you are human. And you do need to breathe, okay? And there is this thing called smoke inhalation that is very, very dangerous to not only you and also to that fetus thing that you're carrying that you could possibly, like, it's in danger. It's dangerous. So maybe she just wasn't thinking and she first thought it was an instinct to just go in and try to, you know, do what she got to do. And that's exactly what she did. Getting that little ass fire extinguisher that didn't even fucking work. I said, so baby girl, you let your extinguisher, where is the inspector? Because, baby, maybe they need to inspect her goddamn shop. Because why is the extinguisher not working? Maybe you either need to learn how to work that shit or you need to get a new one because, bitch, it expired. Which one is it, okay? I said, oh, no, put that shit down. And now the smoke overcame her and she passes out in the burning shop. I said, is this going to be when she lose the baby? I'm sorry, but that's all I was thinking. And I'm mad that that's what I want, but I don't know. That sounds bad. And I said, God damn, Pam. Pam, you gotta fucking go, bitch. I'll sue your ass, okay? Lock her up. Anyway, that was Sistas. I did the best I could. You know, we gonna try to stick it in there. Stick it in there. That's what she said. No, we gonna try to hang in there. And we gonna try to come on here with a little bit more oomph. A little bit more attitude. Not attitude, but a little bit more like, okay, I'm gonna try to be happy with y'all. Okay, we need to do this, all right? But y'all know me, I gotta keep it real. That's why y'all watch. But anyway, how y'all like the first episode? Be honest. It was alright. It wasn't the best. It wasn't a bang, bang, bang. I said, damn, Karen, get your ass up. Crawl, bitch. You gotta crawl before you walk. She said, girl, I can't do it no more. Let me go to sleep. I said, child, all right. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.